Okay, so yeah, we went to the Logan Paul KSI fight. And considering this video is about Logan Paul, there's gonna be some unpopular opinions in this video. But we're gonna ask you to set aside your judgments and just hear us out. It was a moment of YouTube history that we just couldn't miss.
We could have. You could have missed it.
No, I couldn't have. I had so much FOMO, I had to be there.
First things first, if you don't know anything about these two guys or anything about this fight, here is a quick recap.
30 seconds on the clock, and go.
KSI is a gamer from the UK that grew his YouTube following to over 20 million subscribers. He was challenged by another YouTube creator named Joe Weller to a boxing match. After the two of them fought and KSI won, he called out his next opponent.
Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. Bring it.
Now, Logan Paul had just come off one of the most controversial moments in YouTube history. For a guy looking to rewrite his story, this was a perfect opportunity.
This is going to be the biggest event in YouTube history, by far.
So once the fight finally came around, they sold out Manchester Arena, and it ended in a tie.
And a tie meant one thing.
Everybody wins.
No. A rematch.
So the rematch was scheduled for November 9th at the Staples Center, which is like blocks away from where we work. And honestly, again, this was just too crazy to pass up.
And also, neither of us had ever even been to a boxing match, which I've always kind of been interested, honestly, in going to see one.
So we thought, hey, listen, we just crossed 100,000 subscribers. We're media, right?
No, wrong.
Yeah, okay, so we tried to get media passes, no response. So then it was 2 nights before the fight, and I was like, honestly, I just can't miss this thing. We're buying tickets.
These tickets are $700. Yeah, so we don't want those. That's too much. Section 108, we're talking about a $100 ticket. We've bought dumber things. Yeah, right. If we make a good video, you could make this money back.
But then the next day I ran into the Yes Theory guys and they said, hey, are you going to the fight? And I was like, yeah, I am. They were like, do you want to come with us? And I was like, well, I already have tickets. They were like, well, we have VIP passes. We're walking the red carpet. Then we take the VIP passes and there was like complications with our tickets once we got to the door. They couldn't find our tickets, and then they actually just ended up giving us these tickets, ringside tickets.
A little bit of an upgrade.
A little bit of an upgrade.
And these tickets were in Logan Paul's corner. This meant that we were with his family, his friends, and Justin Bieber.
Honestly, it was kind of like the YouTube Oscars. People would walk in with their crews and the fans would go nuts and there was a red carpet. And it was like the first time I had been to an event when all these creators were like dressed up and at one location. I mean, even fake Ed Sheeran was there.
I could have sworn it was real Ed Sheeran.
100%. I think I have a text message to Colin saying, yo, period, Ed Sheeran's here, period.
And then people in the crowd were telling me, they were like, no, it's a fake Ed Sheeran, and I still didn't believe it.
And I was like, no, it's not fake Ed Sheeran.
I know Ed Sheeran, and that's Ed Sheeran.
That's Ed. So once we got to our seats, we were in different rows, and it was fight time.
Let's get ready to rumble! 10-ounce gloves. This time, it's professional.
So once the fight started, I was just all in. I was just rooting for Logan.
Logan! Logan! Logan!
And I was just generally kind of uncomfortable and like didn't want anyone to get hurt. It was weird. Logan punched KSI. KSI looked like he was gonna like be unconscious, and everyone's like, "Wah!" Not for me, man.
It's the last time I'm taking you.
I'm not gonna go to another boxing match.
Yes, was that a knockdown?
Oh boy, not looking good.
Both of these guys are well conditioned.
Big uppercut for Logan Paul. KSI stumbling and bumbling to his corner.
They went 6 rounds. It was a super close fight, and finally KSI won.
From the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
I actually was like pretty upset. And I found myself kind of confused about how I got so invested in this fight. I was searching for meaning in my life. I think it's time to go home.
I was halfway out the door. I was done.
You really wanted to leave.
Yes.
You didn't even come to dinner.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird. It wasn't for me.
It was this bizarre, surreal experience. So even if you don't care about this at all, you don't like Logan, you don't like KSI, you just are done with this whole boxing thing, this was a massive moment in internet history and has a lot of implications for the future of YouTube. All right, let's explain.
Here's a tweet that Logan put out after the fight. He said, 2 random kids who made stupid videos turned into professional boxers, sold out the Staples Center, and fought in front of millions. Logan Paul was essentially canceled after what he did in Japan over a year ago.
His latest content was his biggest mistake. This is a growing up experience.
It needs to be.
But because he has control over his own platforms, no one was able to tell him he had to stop. And he continued putting out content and redefining what it means to be him. He had full control over reshaping his brand. And now celebrities like Justin Bieber are supporting him. He's showing up on mainstream news outlets again, and he sold out the Staples Center and broke records in boxing.
I mean, this actually changed an entire industry.
This fight was the most successful boxing fight DAZN has ever had, even more so than their like traditional boxing fights. And we started from YouTube.
There's just something so different about YouTube next to any other social platform. Instagram is removing likes right now, whereas YouTube is holding strong by incentivizing you to hit subscriber amounts, incentivizing views by putting people on the trending tab. There's this sense of competition on YouTube that I think keeps people uploading and just keeps them wanting to grow their communities. And because of that, you end up with these super powerful creators who have these huge communities that can shift like culture all at once.
I say this?
Yes, you can say anything.
YouTube does a better job of monetizing for the creators. Not only can my content be seen, consumed, digested, but also like they pay. I'm so sorry, Facebook and Instagram.
Whether it's getting an audience to buy tickets to go to the Staples Center or buy pay-per-view streams or watch a movie pay-per-view or plant 15 million trees, creators are proving over and over that they can make world-changing moves. I think this event was one of those events that opened everyone's eyes to what's possible when you upload to YouTube. Also, this week, I've been watching tons of boxing highlights. Like, I would probably go to another boxing match.
Yeah, I won't, but it's
Yeah,
cool.
you won't.
Unless it's like a really big fight and I'm ringside and like, well, I'm really just obviously was like there for the clout.
Yeah, you were there for the crowd. All right, here we go. Colin and Samir, boxing match. Who would win and why? Comment that below.
Keep in mind, I'm 5'9", 155 pounds, hailing from New Jersey. Never boxed really before in my life.
Yeah, just, I mean, you guys know what to say. You know what to comment. Peace.